Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the latest generation for the Ford F-150 Raptor R. Huge shout out to Carolina Auto Direct for providing this truck for me today. They're always getting in some really cool, pretty much brand new inventory. That link is down in the description. This Raptor R is finished off in a gate black. They have a starting MSRP just over $110,000. And the Raptor R is powered by the 5.2 liter supercharged V8. That is paired to the 10-speed automatic. It now pumps out 720 horsepower, 640 pound-feet of torque. That power is primarily sent to the rear wheels. However, this has the four-wheel drive system. It weighs in right around 6,000 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. Top speed is 114 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 36 gallons. You'll expect to see around 10 miles per gallon in the city, 15 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 145.4 inches. Its overall length is 232.6. It has a width of 96, a height of 80.6. Its ground clearance measures in at 13.1 inches, and it also has an approach angle of 33.1 degrees. Breakover angle is 24.6, and the departure angle is 24.6 as well. Now, as you can tell, this is a heavily modified Raptor R, so some of those specs are going to differ slightly, including ground clearance and the approach angle. But as we work our way to up front now, you'll notice with the Raptor, it has that classic Ford grille with those letters finished off in gloss black. There's also a forward-facing camera, the R logo over on that driver's side. And then with how wide the Raptor R is, it's required in the US to have these lights in the upper section of the grille. They're also on the fronts of the fender flares on both sides. Now, this model has an aftermarket front bumper where you can see a lot of the suspension as well as those massive tires. There's a light bar installed. Also, the parking sensors have been retained, and then tow hooks on both sides. And then a massive bulge in the middle of the hood with Raptor R on the sides there, supercharged V8, really nice hood graphic as well. And then this is also equipped with the Fox Tune suspension. So with this bumper, we can get really good access to look at all of those components up underneath. The Raptor R does come with 37s. I believe these are the same size, maybe slightly taller. And then with the amount of travel for the stock, there's about 14 inches of travel up front and 15 inches of travel in the rear. So we have a very performance-oriented pickup truck that you can take off-road, do some high-speed runs, things like that. Now, this is also equipped with the steel side steps, which are factory. There's the body-colored side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal. You'll notice too all of the lights on the top of the windshield, and then this has a full moonroof up top. There's only one configuration for the Raptor R. We have the quad cab there with the short bed Raptor graphic on the side of that bed as well. It definitely gives it a great added touch. Now in back, Ford is spelled out in the tailgate just like up front. There's F-150 Raptor R. There's also a spotlight, which is currently on. Backup camera with the release for that tailgate. There's LED taillights. You'll notice the lights on the back of the rear fender flares. And you'll notice too the steel bumper along with all the parking sensors. This is even capable of towing right around 8,700 pounds with a payload capacity of 1,600. And then the dual exhaust is on both sides, which we can take a listen to because it has remote start. And that sounds really good. We'll get some exhaust revs here very soon. There's also a button on the key fob where you can deploy the tailgate, or you can just use that button up underneath and it has the soft opening, which is nice. Now on this tailgate, you'll notice there's an area where you can place some items, maybe a tape measure or something. There's a ruler here too. And then Ford also has that integrated step and handle that will pop out. So if you're using this as a work truck, it makes it very easy to enter and exit this truck. You do need two hands to release that, but you don't have to jump up and down in order to do that. There's also those C-channel clamps on both sides, so you can attach items to the tailgate and have them nice and steady. Now, once inside here, there's a spray and bed liner. There's also some cargo lights, some tie-down hooks that you can use as needed. And this model currently has an installed cover, which of course will vary just depending on how you plan to use your truck. And now as we take a look at the interior, this has a very nice setup. You'll notice the almost denim-like material with all of the stitching. There's some carbon fiber-like trim accents, Bang and Olufson sound system, and plenty of storage in this door. Now for the seats, they have a combination of leather and suede along with that stitching. And then you can also flip these bottoms up. So they'll lock into place where there's this tray right here. So you can have a divider with some items hidden underneath the seat versus where your feet would go. Or you can flip that down if you need some more storage on the inside, you need that flat surface area. Now there's a grab handle for your rear passengers here. So at 5'10", it's very easy to get into. There's storage pockets as well as the cup holders there. These are heated seats. There's also the fans and then some auxiliaries down below. And at my height, I have about a ½ inch or so of headroom. For a full-size truck, I feel like that should be a little bit more, but it's definitely spacious to be in the back here. And then there's also the armrest where you have 2 cup holders. There's the power sliding rear glass and then the power moonroof that you adjust from up front. So it's still a big truck for the back seat. Now up front, there's also the keypad on the outside. You have a lock button there, and then you can just grab the door handle if it is locked in order to unlock it. Now there's more of that material. There's also the memory seating adjustments, side mirror controls along with your window adjustments, and then a similar amount of storage for that door. And then you get a little bit more of an aggressive front seat with those side bolsters there. They are automatic, so there's all the controls down on the side. And then you get a grab handle up front. So for the height of it, it's really easy to get into. Now this has a leather steering wheel with all of the red accents, Raptor in the lower section there. To the left, there's your volume along with Bluetooth. There's cruise, adaptive cruise, you have R mode. And then on the right side, we have some more adjustments to go into. Massive paddle shifters are located on the back too. But let's fire this back up and take a listen to how the Raptor R sounds. And coming back to this digital gauge cluster, you'll see tach on the left side along with what gear you're in. On the right side, there's miles per hour. And then right in the middle, there's some fixed information running across the top and then more info underneath that where you can use these controls to further get into it. So you'll notice too, there's also an exhaust note button, which is how we went through those different tones to be able to listen to it depending on what you would like to have it in. There's also a button for the suspension. So you can go into that and go through these 3 different settings depending on what you're driving or how you're driving. And then there's also the feedback in the steering wheel. So you can go through those as well. Now if we go back into the menu, we can go through a lot more information where you have your trip information that you can scroll through. We can also go to the menu now and go through all of this in more detail. So what I just showed was my view, which you can set up as you would like to. And then you can further get into all of this information, your off-road, power distribution, you have your tire pressure, a few others that you can look at. There's your towing. So when you are towing, you can go through these checklists to make sure that everything is properly hooked up and working. And then you have settings that you can go into as well. So not a ton there, but it gives you a good bit to be able to do that. Now on this left side, there are spotlights on the side view mirrors. You can deploy the tailgate. There's your headlight adjustments, fog light controls, even a pedal adjustment, so you can move those closer and farther away. There's the e-brake, and then a little bit of storage up top. And then just underneath that, above the infotainment system, there's a shortcut to the camera system, so we can pull that up real quick, where you have a lot of different angles that you can go through, just depending on what you would like to see. There's also a parallel parking button, which is fantastic for the size of this truck. There's your hazards, traction control, even an off-road setting. So this is your trail control. So basically you get one pedal driving while you're off the pavement. And then with the size of this screen, all of the shortcuts are in the lower section. So you can quickly go through all this information. You have a bunch of favorites you can look at, even different apps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, various settings that you can adjust, and then a few features like zone lighting, as well as trail turn assist. So if you do happen to take this off the road, this is going to shorten your turning radius, which is a great feature. You'll notice too that this has a split screen, so you can go through info on the right side while still maintaining info over on that left side. Now on this left side, there's also the Pro Trailer system, so that will aid you in backing up with an air vent on both sides. On the right side, there's a button for the upper glove box. So you have a little bit of storage up top, along with more of that carbon fiber-like trim. And then right in the middle, we have a few more audio adjustments with your power tuning. You have another control to go through 3 different settings here for the infotainment system, along with some other adjustments there. And then all of your climates are nicely laid out. This has heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, you have fan speed. There's also the temperature dials on both sides. And then on this left side, there's the trailer braking system along with your four-wheel drive selector. Now this also has a locking rear differential and a few different driving modes that you can toggle between. So just by twisting on that dial, you can go through these. The graphic will also change and it will adjust the four-wheel drive system depending on the mode that you are in. So there's a few for the off-road, and then you have a few on-road settings as well to use those as needed. Now underneath that, with more carbon fiber, we can open up that tray where there's a good bit of space, wireless charging and auxiliaries. There's also cup holders, a little bit of storage, and then we can put this into reverse to bring up that backup camera again. There's drive and the manual setting, and then if you put this back into park, hold on this button here, the shifter will collapse, because now we can take this armrest with Raptor R, flip it upside down, and now you have a nice flat surface where you can place some items. Pretty neat to see that integration, and then that will pop up when you are ready to go. And then there's a ton of storage in the center armrest, as well as a second glove box in the lower section, and then some outlets there that you can use as needed. There's a rear view mirror, also a sunglass holder up top. There's the dome lights, controls for the sunroof and sunshade, as well as that rear glass, and then some auxiliary switches. So if you have exterior lights, like up top, you can connect those directly to one of these, so you can turn those on and off very quickly. And then here's a look at visibility. Very open. It's a big truck, but there's a lot of glass. Really no blind spots for this full-size truck. As we set off now behind the wheel for the Raptor R, one of the buttons I forgot to mention, there's an R logo on the left side of the steering wheel. This is for your My Mode settings, for your exhaust suspension, your steering as well. So you can have those all configured. If you're doing some off-roading or something and you want all of those settings to a particular way, just push on that shortcut and you are ready to go. This is a really cool full-size truck though to check out. Now, my brother and I recently had the all-new Ranger Raptor, which is kind of similar to this as far as the steering, suspension, things like that go. Similar suspension setup and all of that. And we took that off-road and it was really nice. We did a little bit of high speed on some gravel, going through the suspension settings to really see the difference between normal and even sport and Baja. I would assume it's very identical to this, and there were some huge settings. In just normal mode, we were bouncing a whole lot. When we put it into the Baja, it felt like it got a little bit stiffer, but it was also more forgiving as well for those settings. So for off-roading purposes, which I can't do in this, at least for the Ranger Raptor with a similar comparison, it was definitely very nice off-road. So if you plan to do a lot of off-roading, maybe some high-speed runs, things like that, the Raptor R is very well equipped for all of those situations with the driving modes that I went through as well. You definitely have a very versatile truck for those situations. But as far as on-road driving goes, for the 95% of the time that this truck will see pavement, this is a really powerful truck. And we're up to speed just like that without using the paddles too. It's a quick truck. So if you're looking for performance, this and the Ram TRX are the two most performance-oriented pickups that you can get today. Personally, I like the Raptor a lot more, and if and when the time comes to get a full-size truck, I'm not there yet. The Raptor and a Toyota Tundra are the two that I would pick from. This is going to have a lot more features that I'm not going to use, let's face it, every day, but it definitely has the cool factor to it, especially with the paddle shifters as well. It just gives you that fun factor for on-road driving. The shifts are very, very quick as well. And while this has a 10 speed, it seems, for the driving I can do today, seems to go through those pretty well. Same with the Ranger Raptor, which we were behind the wheel. It has paddle shifters as well, and the 10 gears seem fine for it. It lets you play with the gears, and it's also beneficial for towing or going off the pavement as well. You can use these to hold the gear as needed. But this is a great truck to drive. It's so comfortable, so smooth. It's very spacious for its sizing. So we have a lot of space where if you have a family, if you need that bigger full-size truck, this is a great option to go with. Without going too big, the Raptor R is already big compared to a normal F-150. And with everything still in sport mode from second gear, here we go. And mild acceleration, but it sounds good with it in that sport setting. And as you heard earlier, you can tone that back when you would like to, but this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Raptor R. It's a tall truck as well. I like the hood bulge though too. In some trucks, it's almost a little bit too in the way. This one's not all that high. So you can still see the passenger side of that hood, maybe just moving your head forwards a little bit, but it gives it a great look. And you just have a high presence. So it's what you would expect for a truck of this size. And it's a great place to be. We have a lot of creature comforts to really make this a great daily driver. So from what I've seen in some other previous comments and even some articles that I've read about pickup truck owners, they don't really use them for their full potential. And I'm not saying that's a positive or a negative. You buy what you are going to enjoy with your own money and what you want to drive every day. But with a pickup truck like this, let's face it, it's probably not going to see hardly anything from like straight line performance wise, but you have the options to use these when needed. This is a big truck, so at least where I live, this is not something that I can take off the pavement because of its size. It's just too big for the situations and the trails that I go through. But maybe if you lived out west somewhere, you can take this on some higher speed runs. It's just a very performance oriented truck for those situations. But as far as daily driving this goes, it would definitely be a lot of fun. And that's going to wrap it up for the Ford F-150 Raptor R. Once again, a huge shout out to Carolina Auto Direct for providing this truck for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.